At first glance, the Lumary G1 has a really cool trick. The diffuser creates an effect across the ceiling that definitely makes this fan stand out. But after using it for a while, I started noticing a few things that aren't nearly as impressive. The airflow, the lighting, and especially the music mode. So the question isn't whether the G1 looks cool, because it does. The question is a cool ceiling effect enough to make this a good $200 smart ceiling fan? Let's find out. Welcome to Grizzly Lumen Lab. Let's dominate the dark. All right, we got the Lumary Smart Ceiling Fan Light G1. Lumary actually reached out to me after seeing my content on Instagram and asked if I would be interested in reviewing the G1. So thank you to Lumary for sending it over. They provided the G1 for this video, but all opinions are my own. Let's check it out. All right, right out the gate, you got the user manual. All right. This is the Lumary G1. As you can see, it's got clear blades. It's also removable, so it's easier to clean. All right, and you have all the mounting accessories. Got a 5-inch downrod, got a 10-inch downrod, got your canopy cover, mounting hardware, and if you are deciding on using the downrod, you have all the hardware to do so. Got your remote, the wire nuts, mounting hardware, anchors, screws. All right, let's get it installed. All right, so if you plan on using the downrod, here's how you're gonna get it set up. This is the plate that's on the back of the fan or on the top of the fan. Take that off. Comes with a 10-inch and a 5-inch downrod. If you want to swap it over to the smaller one, you got 2 screws here and that pin. Once you get the 2 screws out, this slides down. Take the pin out, swap it over to the 5-inch, slide this back on, put your 2 screws back in. On the other side, you got your pin here with a cotter pin. All that does, slide out, slide it back in. All right. You're gonna grab this piece here. This is gonna go on the inside of that top plate. And for demonstration purposes only, I'm gonna just put 2 in, but you get the idea. They could have cleaned those holes out. There's powder coat all inside of there. All right, once you get that on, you're gonna take your downrod, pull a cotter pin. This is gonna go on first. Then you got your beauty cover with your 2 magnets. That's next. And then your top cover. Slide that pin in, grab your cotter pin, slide that in. This cover is going to go right on top just like that. And we can't cover that yet. Once you get this installed onto your box, if you notice here, you're going to have to take some of these screws out just a hair bit, because if you see there, this actually sticks up a little past here, and it will not let you turn on the top cover. Okay. When you're ready to go slide this on, there's a channel right here. And if you look, there's a little pin sticking out there. slide this on, line it up, and then that way it won't turn. It'll be able to move left, right, back and forth. So if you're on a sloped ceiling, it'll match to it and sit where it needs to sit, but then this way it keeps it from turning. All right, so we'll be installing this in my daughter's room. And before you work on any electrical, make sure you hit the breaker. All right, now that I got the old one down, I'm choosing to flush mount the G1. All right, not too bad. I think my girls are gonna love it. All right, now that you got it installed, make sure you flip your breaker back on and flip the switch. And as you can tell, it is very, very bright. All right, before we get into the app, take a second, pause the screen. Let's go ahead and look at the remote layout. And I will say I am very happy that this thing comes with a remote holder. Go ahead and go to the Lumary Home app. I already got it added into my device list, but you hit the plus up top, hit add device. It's going to search for the device. You're going to add it to your Wi-Fi network so it can be added onto the app. Again, I have it installed in my daughter's room. Click on that. Before I adjust settings to show you colors and everything, I want to go ahead and talk about the fan real quick. It has 6 different speeds. It has a nature setting, which pretty much randomizes the speeds to give it that outside wind feel, forward, reverse. This thing is rated for 2,800 CFM, cubic feet per minute. I don't know how they got that number. I don't have an anemometer on me to test it, but after playing with this thing for a little while, the only way I can really feel this fan is if I'm actually directly under it. I don't know how it's supposed to circulate around the room. If it's in a larger room, I don't think this is going to be a good option for you if the fan is your main concern. Maybe if you're at a desk and it's right above you or right above your bed or wherever you plan on putting it, if it's directly on you, I think you can feel it. And the only way I can test that is, well, my daughter has these little tassel things and they're real wavy, so you don't get much movement unless you're directly under it. So definitely made for a small area, not a big area. Okay, let's go back to the color section, and I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the camera settings so we can see all the colors and everything it's gonna do. All right, so your bottom is dedicated white only, top is your colors. And for the top, it can definitely go white, but it has a bluish tint to it, so it's not a really nice white. Up top is gonna be your RGB, and that's basically where red, green, blue mix to create the white. So if you're looking for a dedicated white up top too, that's not gonna work. The lower section gets down to 2700 Kelvin, all the way up to 6500 Kelvin. All right. And what I do like about this fan is the diffuser that's on here. If you look at it real close, the way it's shaped, it's like a clear acrylic and it creates some kind of pattern on the ceiling. And I'm sure if you're using the Downrods to get the fan further away from the ceiling, it'll create a different effect on the ceiling. So I actually really, really do like that there. Okay. You already have your preset colors already into the app. For your top section, your lower section, you have preset whites. And if there's something that is not in here, you can hit the plus button, add it in there so it's already set. And what's really cool about this, it's a one-touch nightlight, which I really, really do like. Okay. Let's go over here real quick. You got your countdown. So if you want to set a timer for it to turn off, you can set all that right here. You got your timer, so you can put it actually on a schedule. So if you wanted to come on at a certain time, go off at a certain time, you can set everything right here throughout the whole week for the bottom section, the top section, and the fan all separately. I actually really do like that they did that. Your switch gradient, and what this basically does is when you go to turn this off, it'll give a slight delay from whatever setting you have the brightness set to all the way down to 0 to off. So let's set it, let's say 5 seconds. Hit confirm. It's going to flash, let you know that it accepted the command. Now this is not going to work with a switch. So when you hit the power button through the app, it's going to give a 5-second delay to dim to turn off. And you can also set the same thing to turn on. All right, this thing does have music mode, and for obvious reasons, there is no microphone built into the fan. So whatever you're controlling this fan with, either your phone or your tablet, it is going to end up being a listening device. There's not many effects in here either, so it only goes to the beat of what's going on. Check, 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 check. And the latency on it is kind of long. It's not really as accurate as I thought it was going to be. Okay. This is your scene in your DIY section. And you can pretty much choose whatever pre-built effect that's already in there, and you can change the speed of each effect. You can change the direction. All right, do one more. Okay. And this is going to be your scene section here. And let's go ahead and turn off the lower lights. We can go through those as well. If you want to check out the Lumary G1 for yourself, I have product links down in the description below. And if this video has helped you out, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. After spending some time with the G1, I'm honestly not a huge fan of this fan. And yes, pun intended. My biggest issue is the airflow. The fan points straight down, so unless you're pretty much sitting directly underneath it, you're not really going to feel much. And for me, that's a pretty big limitation for a ceiling fan. The lighting also left me wanting a little bit more. The bottom light is dedicated white only, and it doesn't react to music mode. Music mode itself only has one setting, and the latency is, well, late. Now I will give the G1 credit where it's due. The diffuser is cool. The effect it creates directly above the fan gives the ceiling a completely different look. And honestly, that's what makes this fan stand out. But is that ceiling effect enough for me to overlook everything else? For around $200, I'm just not sold on it. At that price, I think I'd want a little bit more from the fan itself and a little more flexibility from the lighting. The diffuser looks great, but a cool ceiling effect isn't enough for me to recommend the entire fan. Thanks again to Lumary for sending the G1 over for me to check out, and thank you guys for watching. And as always, together, we can dominate the dark.